Hello guys, Arnold of Solar Films, aka Malachy here, and welcome to the first video of 2025 that isn't unlisted. And to kick things off, we are going to be doing a new episode of Mal's Trains, now called Malachy's Trains. Although the first one we're going to be looking at for the rebrand isn't really an engine, but actually 3 pieces of rolling stock. Those being Fred Pelham, Rickety, and Suncole. We'll start with Fred Pelham first. Now, for those of you who don't know, Fred Pelham is an orange troublesome truck who was seen in the Railway Series book, Oliver the Western Engine, in the first illustration of Toad Stands By. And he was also made in Thomas Wooden Railway, however his last name is spelt with a Y instead of an M. And he was also going to be made in Bachmann, but that was cancelled. So yeah, with that brief introduction out of the way, let's take a look at the model. Now, this customer Fred is an update of my old custom Fred that I made when I was a child. If you see my Tommy Trackmaster and Clara collection video that I did a couple of years ago, you probably may know that that one didn't feature his name on it whatsoever. And for the face, I also used blue tack for the eyes. But for the updated version, this one has his name, which was written by using paint pen, as well as a paper face. And I also made it from a faceless truck that came with the Trackmaster Green Salty that I got back in 2013. Now for the face, I actually have some history about the face. During Christmas time, I decided to have a go at making updated versions of my Rickety and Fred Pelham customs by making them out of 2 troublesome trucks that don't have any faces. And so I got to work repainting Fred, although I did have to give him another coat of paint because I thought the paint that I was originally using looked way too close to the one that I used on my custom large-scale model that I did of James for close-up shots. Although after I had completed the custom, I suddenly saw that it somehow disappeared, and I tried looking for it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And so I decided, you know what, I'll update my childhood custom, and that was what I did. And at first the face that I was using was the face from my Thomas Wooden Railway Fred Pelham. Then my mum found out that it was in a flower pot, and so I decided to swap the face out for the paper face and make the original one into Suncole. Though before we look at Suncole, let's have a look at Rickety first. Now, Rickety is a troublesome truck from the Thomas Wooden Railway range, and according to the Thomas and Friends wiki, he is described as a truck who takes great pleasure in causing trouble, much like any other troublesome truck. He is unique for his Ricky motion, hence his name. And I think he probably originated from the same illustration as Fred Pelham. And he also has 4 variants in the Thomas and Railway range. You've got the regular Rickety, the orange variant, which was sold in the Tinmouth travel set, even though I don't own it. And he also had a Gold Mine variant, which was sold in the Gold Mine Mountain set, which I also don't own. And the 4th and final variant, the Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory variant from the Soda Cookie Factory cargo pack. And much like Fred Pelham, he was going to be made in Bachmann, but that one got cancelled. Although, if you've seen my Model Railway collection video, you probably may know that I have made customs for Rickety and Fred Pelham out of 2 Hornby trucks. Although while Rickety was made from a Hornby troublesome truck, Fred was not. And plus on the Hornby Fred custom, well, that one had his writing printed out from a computer, and from a sprite that Princess Muffins did, albeit with the M replacing the Y. The one on the Trackmaster custom, like what I said before, was done by using a paint pen. But anyways, for those of you who have probably already watched my videos, you probably may know that I have made a custom of Rickety in the past, and I think that one was made from one of the trucks that came with Hit Toys with, Although rather than updating that one, I decided to simply do a new one entirely, even though I still have the original one somewhere. For the original custom, I used plasticine for both the lining and the face, but this does not apply for the newer one that I've made, because I used paint pen for the lining and the face being made using paper and heavily based off of the Thomas Wooden Railway toy. And also the paint I used for Rickety is the same type of paint that I've used on my Hornby 2P that I was painting up to look like Wilbur Tawdry's Edward model, but when I tried testing it out, that one didn't work, so I'm gonna have to send that away to be repaired. And also because my next one was gonna be of Thomas, I have no plans in cancelling that one, compared to when I was planning on using model railway engines for my series, only for me to just use it for my series about Enwin. But anyways, now we move on to the last custom of the batch, that being Suncole. Now, Suncole is a truck that was featured on the Reverend Wilbur Tawdry's model railway layout that can be seen on Percy's goods trains. Now, it was made from the Fred Pelham that I talked about earlier before I was unable to find it, and I decided to go back, update my childhood one to make it look better. And after I found it, I decided to just make it into Suncole because I had made Old King Cole. Although while Old King Cole has a face, Suncole does not. I also kinda cheated with this one because I literally didn't even use primer for it. Like what I've been doing with most of my customs, starting with Quaku the Garrett engine from Big World Big Adventures, which I already talked about. And I also felt that I was unable to put the smokeless Nottingham fuel underneath it, compared to the model on Wilbur Tawdry's layout, compared to what I did with Tony when I made him all the way back in 2016. So that there covers up my showcase on my customs of Fred Pelham, Rickety and Suncole, and I will try and make sure that I will do more episodes of Mal's Trains this year. Thank you all for watching, and this is your friend Malachy, signing off. Peace!